No, folks. Well, I'm not going to play a game of chess. I'm just using the chess pieces as a illustrate a point. Now, and I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking sides here. I'm not sort of saying that one side's better than another. But in the old days, now imagine this is the forces of darkness. Okay, don't confuse them. Don't start confusing them with race. You know, just because that lot of a dark colour and that lot of white colour, don't. No, please don't do that. This is the forces of darkness. Okay, and this is the forces of. They might still be forces of darkness, but they're not quite as bad as maybe some people make out, shall we say. Right? I'm not saying these lot are much better than this lot. Okay, they're still, whatever. Anyway, in the old days, let's supposing this king over here, he thinks, well, don't like that lot over there. So he takes his army and he attacks them. Okay? As I say, this king ain't no saint. He might be a bit dodgy and all. Okay? And in chess, the numbers are equal. Okay? Now, in real life, this side might have more troops, but they might not be quite so well trained, or they might not be quite so well armed, but there might be more of them. Or this side might have less troops. Again, they might not be so well armed, but the leader might be better, and he might make better use of the terrain. Like for example, Agincourt, where the English were outnumbered, but they made good use of the terrain, and even though the French had better armour and stuff like that, and overwhelming numbers, because of the skill of the leader and positioning the troops and stuff, they still won. See, but so this is how it used to be. Okay, in warfare, you'd have one side fairly evenly matched against another side. Okay, and what they lacked in numbers, they might have had better skill. You take, for example, Alexander the Great, when he took on the Persians, he had fewer troops, but they were very well trained, very hardy, and he was a very skillful general, and he even against larger numbers, he still won a battle. So this is, but the thing is, in all these situations, you tend to find in the old days, the leaders would actually lead their troops into battle. Now, yet they were surrounded by their troops, so they was guarded, so they was less vulnerable. Okay, but they were still in there. They were still on the front lines or near the front lines. They could still be captured, killed, whatever. Okay, if in the old days a leader decided they want to expand their territory and they took their troops in the battle, they had to have a bit of courage. Okay, okay, that's how it used to be. Okay, so even though this forces of darkness here might have been up to no good. Okay, now we'll go through it to modern times. Okay, now in modern times, these leaders, the elite, but when they're not always there. They're sort of a bit off the board. Now I'm going to illustrate a point with Iraq. Okay, now whether you agree with it or not, or I'm not going to go into all the politics of it all. Okay, and I'm not saying Saddam Hussein was a good bloke, or the regime was particularly nice or whatever, but it could. I think. I mean, there's some people might say, well, he didn't. There's less people died under his regime than in the current conflict. So I'm not going to get into the arguments here. But anyway, this is Iraq, okay, and if you think about it, there's some information that says that Saddam was kind of helped into power by the dark forces over this side originally. Now I don't know if that's true, I haven't researched it, but it could be. And certainly we know that some of the dark forces did send envoys to shake his hand and say, hello mate, you alright there? You want to have a go at them Iranians? Well, here you are. Here's a few chemicals for you. Okay, so that's why I'm calling this the dark forces. Now I'm not saying that everybody on this side are bad people. Okay, they might truly believe that they're fighting a good cause. They might say, well look, he's got some dodgy characters in his lot. We're fighting a good cause, and our leaders tell us there's weapons of mass destruction, and he's evil. So I'm not saying that all these troops here are nasty, but they're not. Some of them are very good people. They're not. But yes, they're lined up in the forces of darkness, but that doesn't mean to say they're themselves bad people. They've been told by these elite that he's got weapons of mass destruction, and so they're saying, oh, well he's a baddie, isn't he? And they've been told by this elite that he's doing up to no good. So yeah, these are the forces of darkness, but I'm not saying that what I'm saying is that these leaders over here that people aren't looking at because they're not on the board. Now you might say, well, some of them that look similar colour to Saddam's. Well, if you think about it, there were people in the elite who were helping, who were from, if you like, Saddam's ethnical type background. And you might say, well hold on, you've got a couple of gaps there. Yeah, that's okay. We'll bung a couple of extra rooks on there, shall we? And you're saying, hold on, that's not quite right, Dave, that's not how chess is played. I say, yeah, but you got to understand that the elite now tend to make the rules up. Okay, you're saying, hold on a minute, that's not how you play chess, Dave. I say, well, it might be how you play chess now. He might think that's how you play chess, but this lot, they might have other ideas. You're saying, hold on, but this side have got 4 rooks. I say, yeah, they got rook superiority. They got knight superiority. Okay, they got bishop superiority. Okay, you're saying, hold on a minute, that's not quite. I'll say, well, yeah, you can have a few more pawns on there if we get short of one or two. And you're saying, but hold on, he can be taken. He's sitting there in Iraq, which is where this lot is headed for. And them elite over there, yeah, they can't be taken. Oh yeah, well, that's how it all works these days. So that's just illustrating a point on how the modern sort of way of playing chess is. Okay. Now you might say, and I'll do another one about something else shortly, but that's just kind of the modern way of playing chess. Okay. Cheers for now.